Here's a quick demo of how you can use the RadiusTarget platform to create optimal geo-targets for an auto repair shop in under 2 minutes. First, give your target set a name. We recommend a clean convention. So you can use sort of the client name, the geography, the reach, and maybe the campaign name separated by the pipe character. So in my case, let's call it Power Automotive. That's in LA. And search. Next, you specify the product. In this case, it's auto repair and auto services. Next, for the target audience, you can use natural language here. So I'll just type families with 2 or more cars that commute regularly. Next, we have to set the target region. So in my case, I'll choose Los Angeles County. Los Angeles County. Crucially, you need to set the target reach. Since this is a local business, we don't need to target millions of people. We really want high intent, so let's say about 150,000 people around the area of interest. So I'll set this to 150,000. Next, we have to specify the business location. Since this is a local business, we have to specify its location. So I click on Add New here, and then I'm going to search for the business. Let's call it Power Automotive. I already have it searched here. And then the business is in Santa Clarita, California. So I'm going to specify the location and then click search. And there it is. In Santa Clarita, I'm going to select it and add it. Now, you can add multiple locations here. So if your business has multiple locations, let's say like a Jiffy Lube, for example, you can search for it and all of the locations will pop up and then you can select them all, add them to the analysis. Next, this is sort of an optional step, but a very powerful one. If you want to take into account the competition, so if you want to take into account market saturation, you could add competitor locations. So in our case, we will. So I've done some research about sort of the auto repair industry in Santa Clarita, and I found a couple of shops that are worthy of adding to the analysis. So the first one is Valencia. Next one is Magic. All right, I think that's enough. So next, we are going to have to specify the under the maximum distance. We need to specify that value. So think of this as how far will a customer drive for a mechanic. So in our case, let's say 12 kilometers. That's about 7 or 8 miles. I think that's reasonable. And that's it. You click Generate Target Set. So while this processes, here's what's happening under the hood. So the optimization engine is analyzing the spatial data and fitting an AI propensity model based on that target audience that we specified, which is families with 2 or more cars that commute regularly. It's essentially looking for a sweet spot between high intent customer density and essentially low competition. And there it is, it's complete. So you can look at the map, it's sort of rendered about 20 specific circles, each with about 1 mile radius. And notice 2 things. First, it sort of avoided areas that are mountainous and heavy greenery. These areas, that's not where people live. And it also avoided high competition areas because we've added these competitors. It avoided the downtown strip, which it knows that this area is sort of too competitive and too expensive. And instead, it sort of targeted residential neighborhoods that where your audience actually lives, which will actually lower your cost per acquisition. And once you're finished with this, next you go to the top right, there's an export button, you click on that. It takes you to essentially a summary of this analysis. It gives you all the information that you provided in addition to the map, and you can visualize the map by the target reach for each one of these areas. So you can see this area has a lot of people versus some areas here that are kind of far away. It's only about 1,000 people. And once you're happy with that, you can then click on export for ad platform. You select the ad platform of interest. In this case, we'll select Google Ads. And we were prompted to download this CSV file. I'm going to open the CSV file. You can see it's a list of these these geo-targets, but this format is compatible with the Google Ads Manager. So I'm going to copy the geo-targets. Copy. I'm going to open my Google Ads Manager. Click on location. And then I'm going to click on multiple changes. And then I'm going to add this as a campaign level location. I'm going to select the campaign. And then all I have to do now is just click paste from clipboard. And you can see everything we've copied, it got exported into my campaign. And then all I have to do is hit next, review the changes. And then there it is. All of these locations that we just created are now inside my Google Ads editor. And that's it. All you have to do next is save, and these geos are now live in your Google Ads campaign.